Hi, everyone, and thank you for being here. We are Team 2, the Money Monkeys, and today we'll be presenting a retrospective on our CSE 210 Fall 2025 project, the Conductor Tool. Our goal with this presentation is to review what went well, what we can do better, and some key lessons we're taking forward. Starting with a brief overview of our project. Our aim was to design and implement a course management tool for the staff and students of a software engineering course that would facilitate student activity recording and tracking. Our team consisted of the 11 members listed here. Now let's talk about our project highlights, or what we did well during the project. One major success was the way we managed our work in GitHub. We used issue templates, clearly assigned responsibilities, and tracked blockers to make sure our tasks progressed smoothly. We also followed Git flow, keeping active work in the develop branch and production-ready code in the main branch. Another big win for our project management was that we kept everything in the repository, meeting notes, documents, decisions, etc., which meant everything project-related was in one place and easy to find. If you're interested in more ways to use GitHub for project management, check out our team's video on the topic in the description box. Another project highlight was the flexibility of our team roles. We intentionally avoided separating into strict front-end and back-end groups. Instead, team members picked tasks they were interested in, which led to higher quality work and stronger engagement. We also benefited from having multiple channels of feedback, team leads communicating with the TA, and team members reaching out to the professor asynchronously when needed. Our communication habits were one of our biggest strengths. We had weekly meetings with full attendance, and we always left with a shared understanding of what was done and what was left to do. Day to day, we leaned heavily into pair programming, quick Slack updates, and real-time bug solving. This combination of synchronous and asynchronous communication helped us move forward without having to constantly schedule more meetings. We were also very responsive to feedback. When we realized our UI wasn't meeting expectations, the entire team regrouped during Sprint 3 and executed a full UI overhaul. The result was a far cleaner, more modern interface. We also improved our activity tracking features based on stakeholder input, shifting from a Canvas-like resource tool to one focused more on pulse tracking and engagement. Next, we'll move on to the areas where we think we can improve. A theme that came up often was that we could have spent more time refining our code. We tended to implement functionality once and rarely revisit it. More iteration would have helped us produce cleaner and more modular code. We also didn't have a dedicated review group. PRs were reviewed mostly for functionality, not style or structure. Another thing we could have done better is meeting with the professor stakeholder more regularly. Sometimes we only discovered misalignments between what the stakeholder wanted and what we thought they wanted after implementing major features, which created extra work. Earlier and more frequent touch bases would have reduced rework. We also struggled with a large backlog of pull requests. Because only a few people, mainly team leads, reviewed PRs, approvals often waited until the end of a sprint. Assigning more reviewers and sending Slack reminders could have helped spread the load. Finally, documentation tended to lag behind implementation. Capturing notes during meetings instead of after, requiring documentation updates in every PR, and automating what we could, like API docs, would have kept everything more up to date. To wrap up, here are some key lessons we're taking away from this project. 1. Choosing new tools comes with a learning curve. Using HTMX slowed us down early on, but ultimately improved our UI and taught us how to quickly adopt unfamiliar technologies. 2. Strong engineering practices pay off. At first, our standards slowed us down, but once the team adjusted, our velocity increased significantly. Slow is smooth and smooth is fast really applied here. 3. The importance of flexible planning. Staying flexible helped us manage late bug fixes and feature priorities without losing control of project scope. 4. Be strict with AI code generation. When we did use AI, instead of asking AI to generate full solutions, we asked for smaller, focused pieces, reviewed the code, committed it, and then moved on to the next part. This gave us more control and fewer issues. Thank you all for listening. We're happy to answer any questions or discuss any part of our retrospective.